Doubles and coffee. I know in Trinidad and Tobago we like the bacchanal, we like the politics. I like it too. But this week, we're starting off a brand new week. And I think I'm going to bring you all to reality of what is taking place in the politics of Trinidad and Tobago. Some of you all may understand who Kamla Persad-Bissessar is, our Honorable Prime Minister. Some of you may not. The noise made by PNM over the last 16 years about Kamla Persad-Bissessar, the lies spewed at her, the attacks. And let me tell you something. That woman stands strong. Half of them who are attacking Kamla Persad-Bissessar every minute, everything she do, if them get attacked, 4% of what Kamla Persad-Bissessar has had to bear and endure from the PNM and the PNM fake news media and the PNM elites and those who are conflicted and those who have a little contract secretly in the back and pretending that they are this qualified PhD or professor or political analyst when they all beholden to the PNM and they have no ability to discern truth from fiction, lies and fallacies spewed all over the place at Kamla Persad-Bissessar. That lady stands strong. But today, this week begins on this Monday, this work week. I'm going to show you all what is important. Forget all the noise, forget all the bacchanal, forget all the PNM lies. The PNM team in the parliament, I sat down there watching a joint sitting of parliament and I nearly felt empathy for the PNM. I nearly felt sorry for the PNM. The bag of dunce representing the PNM. Supporters of the PNM, I feel sorry for you because I look across there at the 13 MPs there and 6 senators and the PNM is woeful, lacks intelligence, lacks intellectual capacity, lacks strength, lacks inspiration, lacks manhood, lacks power, lacks everything. I look across there and I say, boy, I should even cool it down on them because it might be considered bullying now because them so bad. Penelope Beckel so weak. Marvelous Marva, Colm Imber. Well, Stuart Young in a depression like at a banker, like he have Taranji, Banji, he could hardly even breathe. Short breath. Then Keith Scotland, whether he put in the weave or take out the weave. Kareem Marcel. Boy, then you come up to the Senate. Avery Brown and Faris Al-Rawi, Foster come. Listen, I and all felt sorry for them. But after all of that, I'm going to show you all what real politics, real leadership, real action is about. I'm going to read for you all an article that the newspapers try to hide. They make it small. Only in one newspaper you could find it. But this is the difference between Kamla Persad-Bissessar, the Honorable Prime Minister, and all the PNM that ever came before, whether Small Pin, Rowley, Manning, whoever, down to Dr. Williams. Let me read something for you and understand that we have a Prime Minister who cares, who loves you, who loves the most vulnerable, and will do everything in her power, in her might, in her mind, in her spirit, and her soul to make your life better. Article by Anna Ramdas. Grateful Garel, Life Fund beneficiary, wants to thank Honorable Prime Minister. Today, 18-year-old Garel Simmons is grateful and happy to be alive. 14 years ago, he was one of the first beneficiaries of the Children's Life Fund, and it saved his life. On July 3rd, Simmons graduated from Movan Secondary School, a proud milestone in his journey towards the future he wants in information technology. In April 2011, an Express story headlined, 4-year-old needs life-saving surgery, shared Simmons' story. He was diagnosed with a hole in his heart just 5 days after birth. Thanks to the Children's Life Fund, an initiative launched by Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, Simmons underwent critical surgery at the Miami Children's Hospital. That operation changed his life. His wish to attend school became a reality when, at age 7, he was finally strong enough to start school. Over the years, Simmons remained focused on his studies, determined to make the most of the chance he had been given. At his school's graduation ceremony on July 3rd, he received an award for excellence. Now he awaits his CXC results and plans to enroll in IT studies. In a telephone interview with the Express yesterday, Simmons said he dreams of meeting Prime Minister in person so he can thank her face to face. I thank God that I am here. I have achieved a lot in 18 years, and I am thankful that I am still here today. Thanks to the Prime Minister and the Children's Life Fund that gave me a second chance at life again. I hope I can meet her one day in person and show her my award. His mother, Lorna Spencer, told the Express she was overwhelmed with emotion at his graduation, crying tears of joy as she reflected on how far her son had come. She recalled how as a baby, Simmons would turn blue and had to be rushed to hospital, where he was diagnosed with 4 different complications arising from the hole in his heart. On one terrifying occasion, his heart stopped beating. Surgery was urgently needed, and through the Children's Life Fund, it became possible. The surgery was done in 2011, and every year after that, he was follow-up visits at the Children's Clinic in Mount Hope. Spencer explained that Simmons started school later than most, at age 7, and although he progressed at a slower pace, he never gave up. He first attended Mova New Government Primary School before moving on to Mova Secondary. There were many things Simmons couldn't do as a child, but today he lives a full and active life. I broke down at his graduation when my friend had to support me. It filled my heart with joy to see him get an award of excellence, his mother said. In June, Parliament passed a key amendment to the Children's Life Fund Act, ensuring that children suffering from life-threatening conditions, including cancer, heart defects, kidney disease, can access financial support for medical treatment. Kamla Persad-Bissessar then and Kamla Persad-Bissessar now, as compared to the recusal twins, the arrogance and hatred, disrespect and abuse of Keith Rowley. So all the other things will see about itself. Lots of changes need to be made. The PNM's web of corruption goes deep. It doesn't end just with that failed cabinet of miscreants and imbeciles. They selected people in their own likeness throughout to lead our ministries and our agencies without merit, without qualification, because of who know who and who like who and who is friend with who. All of that must change, and we must get back to basics. If you're good, you're good. If you're bright, you're bright. If you study hard, you get forward. Life is a competition, and those who excel must be given the opportunity to serve the country. That is the philosophy of Kamla Persad-Bissessar. That is your Prime Minister. Garrel Simmons lives because of Kamla Persad-Bissessar. That is real. So forget all the nonsense, forget all the noise, and understand that our country is in safe hands with Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar. Have a great week. Bless.